Hey, what's going on, you guys? Thank y'all so much for watching. So today I have the 2018 Honda Accord 2.0 Turbo. I'm super excited to drive this car just because this is the new top of the line, so I'm very curious to see how this performs as their best offering. I also want to give a big thank you and a huge shout out to Honda of Fort Worth for allowing me to film this car. Once again, if you guys check my description, it does have all of their information in there, linked to their website. That way you can see all of their inventory, and their number will be below too. So if you live in DFW, be sure to check them out. Now, the color that I have today is called Lunar Silver Metallic, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's got a really nice, cool tone to it, and complemented by these great 19-inch wheels, which I now know, thanks to Walter Black, remind me of a Scythe, which is that kind of Grim Reaper hook sword thing. And I think they look really cool. The front end is amazing, especially paired with the full LED lights. So your blinkers, your headlights, your high beams, your fog lamps are all going to be LED. And then coming to the back, it does have a really clean, high quality look. Alright, you guys, so this is going to be your standard Honda Accord key right here. So you are going to have your lock, your unlock, your remote start, your trunk release, and then of course your alarm, and on the back you have your Honda symbol. It's all finished in this kind of nice glossed over black. It looks really nice. So the remote start, very easy. All you have to do is lock the car and hold it. There you go. And the lights will flash, kind of letting you know that the car has started. That's kind of a confirmation. And then of course you hold it again to turn it off. So with this specific one, now the last Sport I reviewed, the 1.5, didn't come with Honda's keyless entry. This one, however, does. So you can use the key to lock and unlock the car, or you can come right up to the door, and you do have a little rivet pattern right here on the door handle. You're going to push that. That's going to lock the car. And then right behind there is a touchpad. So all you have to do is leave the key in your pocket, put your hand right behind here. That's going to unlock the car. Just a good look at the interior for you guys. Now once again, because I did review the 1.5, I'm going to make this a little bit shorter, but coming over to the door, guys, you do have this sort of carbon fiber-esque looking strip that goes right through here. You've got this aluminum accent going all the way to the bottom. It's going to run right into the door handle. Right there, all of your controls, so your window controls, mirror controls, door locks, window locks, a little area to put change in. You've got this very nice padded leather coming across the armrest right here with this contrast stitching. You've got your trunk release over here off to the side, and of course storage space right in here. You can put like a bottle or anything right here, then extra stuff over there. Your speakers, and you have your tweeter right up there at the top of the door. You do have power seats, and of course your lumbar support. Now this is going to be kind of like a cloth leather combination right here. So the leather does feel really good. As you guys can see, it's nice and supple. The seats are contoured very nicely. And I do like that sort of wedge shape at the top of the seat. It looks really cool. You have aluminum pedals. And of course over here off to the side, you have a few buttons, which I'll get to in just a second, but we'll go ahead and hop inside the car. Okay, so shutting the door, very solid. You do have a little chime that comes on, which I'll try and do that for you guys again. So opening it is a real solid click, and then closing it, real solid. And of course your little Honda chime. You know, I'm gonna open this sunroof, get a little more light in here. But alright, so starting the car is very simple. All I have to do is have the key on the interior of the car. This light is going to flash white whenever you put your foot on the brake, and you just push it to start. Simple as that. Okay, so most of this stuff is pretty similar to the 1.5, so I'm basically just going to skim over but I definitely don't want to leave anything out as far as specifics for this car. So coming over here to the left, you do have your hood release right here, traction control, your Honda sensing. So if you push that, that's going to bring up all of your options. Sorry, there's a glare right there. That's going to bring up all of your options as far as like your road departure, your forward collision warning, your lane keep assist, all that good stuff. So you do have that located right down there. You do have your trip monitor right here, your interior lighting. You do have a vent right here, more of that sort of carbon fiber looking pattern going right there. Now the dash is going to be nice and soft touch, so it does have a good amount of give to it. So it's not going to be really hard plastic dash all across there, so that's really nice. The steering wheel, like I noted in my last video, I absolutely love this steering wheel. It's amazing. It's got a really, really quality feel to it. It's got this really good looking stitching. It almost reminds me of like BMW M-Car stitching, just minus the different colors. But it's got that good quality of a feel to it. It's just very, very solid feeling, and it's just like, it's like you're gripping steel wrapped in leather. It feels really good. We've got this aluminum accent down here, of course your Honda symbol. Over here to the left, you're going to have your volume controls. You have a little scroll button here. So if you see up here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Sorry, it's a big glare. But you can actually scroll up and down, and you just click it to select. Very, very simple. You have your previous and next buttons, which are located right here. Your home button, your back button, all of your phone commands, voice commands. Over here to the right, you're going to have all your cruise control settings. So you're set, and of course you use the plus and minus to raise and lower your speed. Cancel main. You do have these buttons here, which if I push that, that's going to be sort of the distance with my, my adaptive cruise control. You can click that. And then right next to that, you are going to have your lane keep assist, so you can click that to kind of turn that on and off. And you can also go into your settings and adjust the intervention. So the intervention is when you get out of your lane, it'll actually slightly turn the steering wheel to put you back into your lane. Very cool. And if you guys notice these silver paddles back here, that is because this is the 10-speed automatic. Now this is an in-house made system by Honda, and from what you'll see later on in the video, it actually does a really, really good job. And pretty quick, actually very quick. It's probably a tick slower than the 10-speed that I reviewed in the 2018 Mustang GT. And if you guys do want to see that video, just click above. There should be a link up there for you guys. Over to the left, you do have automatic headlights. Your fog lamps are going to be located right here, on and off. Over to the right, you're going to have all of your controls for your wipers. Now coming to the screen, by the way, it is all digital, so you do have your TAC over to the left. Your fuel's digital, which is going to be located right over here, and then of course your speedometer. And you can actually go through the settings and change what you see over here. You can do like a compass, you can do your music, or you can just leave it on the TAC like it is right now. Now coming to the middle, I absolutely love this screen, by the way. I don't really mind the tablet tacked on look. I guess I'm just sort of used to it with the way all automakers are going nowadays. Obviously I still slightly prefer the integrated look, but this doesn't look bad at all. It's very solid. It's on there pretty good. The one thing I love about the screen is the feedback. Just the initial reaction to your inputs is really, really quick, almost like iPhone quick. So like if I scroll like this, it's just very, very quick input. And I love how you have buttons for all of your main stuff over here off to the side. And of course you have your knobs back, which is amazing. And you can click your home button, your back button. You have your lighting, so you can adjust the screen brightness, previous, next, of course your clock, your home, audio sources. And then you can go into your settings and you can adjust things like your display, your vehicle settings, your driver profiles, sound settings, Bluetooth phone, everything you'd really need to access in this screen right here. So coming down, you do have your hazards, which are located right there. You have dual zone climate control in here, so I can use this to adjust my temperature, and I can push this button over here, and then I can change this one. And as you can see, the color changes depending on which direction you're going: cold, hot, heated seats on both sides, and of course your fan speed right in the middle. Different zones, defrost, all that good stuff. And then coming down here, you do have a little bit of storage space. Pretty deep amount of storage space. I can probably fit a whole hand in there. USB, and then you have a power outlet, little 12 volt located right there. I love this power button. It's a very, very solid button. I love how it turns red when the engine is on. Just a kind of cool little quirk that I like. Now, since this is the 10-speed, you don't get the actual shift lever. You get the buttons kind of like you do in the Acura products. So very simple, foot's on the brake, park, reverse, you're gonna push down, that's gonna turn green. You have a backup camera that comes up, you turn the steering wheel, it does have guidance lines, and then you can click all of these to kind of get different views and different angles, which is pretty neat. Neutral, click that, puts it in neutral, and then click this for drive. And back to park. And then you do have an electronic parking brake, push down, turn off, pull up to turn on. Sport mode, eco mode. So if I put in eco mode, you're gonna see a little green leaf in the middle, and in sport mode, you're actually gonna change the gauge setup, and then you have your turbo, your boost gauge right over here to the right. You push sport again, and it goes back to normal. Your brake hold, which is pretty cool, so you push that, you push your brake all the way in when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign, it'll hold the brakes for you, and then just apply gas to release the brake, and then it'll go. Cup holders, very good size, and I love how without the gear lever, everything's just real open right here. It's just a really good feel. I like that a lot. Really nice padded armrests, really good quality leather, very big. You lift that up, you have a nice little tray right here to put shallow things in. Pretty deep. You have a USB over here to the left, and then another 12 volt over here to the right. Just click this back in there. Shuts very solid, I like that a lot. You do have a little key area here, so you can lock your glove box, which I like. A lot of automakers have gone away from that, but I really enjoy having that ability to lock this. So I do like that a lot. You do have your mirror up here. All of your moonroof controls, interior lighting, which isn't going to be LED. I believe you do get that on the touring trim levels. Spot for your glasses. Push your moonroof. There's a little area to close it right here. Vanity mirrors. Just have the lighting. And yeah, overall good interior. So go ahead and check out the back, you guys. All right, guys, coming along to the back, as you can see, you've got pretty much the same stuff back here. You don't have that sort of carbon effect going right there. You do have an area to put bottles and stuff like that. And hopping back here, and once again, I am 6 feet tall, and I've got plenty of room right behind myself, more than plenty of room. I mean, it's just a pretty big area. I did have the seat upright a little bit, so with that lean back a little bit, that could change, of course. You have a mat pocket down here, mat pocket over here. You have 2 vents. Of course, you have your cup holders right here. So this whole armrest does fold down. It's very, very plush, so that's very comfortable to use. You can fold that right up. And the middle, now the transmission tunnel hump isn't too bad, so you can fit someone in the middle. It's got a very, very plush middle seat as well. Of course, your 3rd seat belt. And then interior lighting right at the top. So pretty simple in the back, nothing really too special back here. So we'll go ahead and check out the trunk space, guys. Coming to the back of the Accord, you are going to have your button open the trunk located right underneath there. You're gonna press that. It's gonna open right up for you. If you guys can see, it does have a really good amount of trunk space. So like I said, I covered most of this in my review of the 1.5 turbo Honda Accord. But just to go over this one for you guys as well, you do have little hooks over here for your grocery bags. You have a little handle right here, so you're going to pull that, and that's going to fold down the seats, so that way you can put more stuff in there. You got a lot more space. Now coming under here, you are going to have a little cargo cover, which is on this one. I believe that is an extra option, but if you lift this up, you're going to have your jack, and then your spare tire is going to be right underneath there. So pretty good sized trunk. We'll go ahead and check out underneath the hood. So coming underneath the hood, we're going to have the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder motor. Now this is derived from the Honda Civic Type R. Now there are specific differences between this motor and of course the motor in the Type R. So this one has been slightly tuned to deliver more low-end torque versus the Honda Accord, which is built more for track use and things like that. So this has been definitely tuned more towards everyday use. So what that means, you're going to have less horsepower. So in this specification, you're going to get about 252 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. Now, because you do have the new 10-speed automatic, it is going to make your gear ratios a lot shorter, and it's just going to be a very, very torquey drive. So compared to the last V6, those specifications are actually swapped. So in the V6 you had, I believe, about 278 horsepower, 250 some odd torque, and so that is basically, like I said, swapped in this motor. So you have more torque, less horsepower. You also have a little bit lighter of a vehicle, so we're going to see how all that translates onto the road. So we are driving the 2-liter turbocharged Honda Accord. Now, I'm going down this really cool spot here, so I'm going to start off actually in sport mode. So we're going to start off in a more aggressive setting for you guys. This is a good spot for handling and really seeing how this car handles, since this is the sport trim. So coming down here, very sharp turn, lifting off the gas, not applying any throttle, and it just letting the tires do most of the work, and it does very well. Turn-in is fantastic, and it's so comfortable, so smooth. You barely have to put any input, and then you just give it slight gas out the corner. This thing is awesome. The brakes are very good. Very good. They almost feel like Brembos or something. I mean, it's a very solid pedal. It doesn't have a ton of feel to it, but once you get on it, like as soon as the brakes start applying themselves, it really gives you a lot of stopping confidence. So good job on these brakes to Honda for sure. And since I do have a good amount of gap in between me and this car, I'm just in normal automatic mode. I'm not using the paddles, but this is the 10-speed automatic. So we'll see how long it takes it to switch down. There we go. And this thing will move, guys. This is a quick car. So let's talk numbers for just a second. 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. So this is the same motor, of course, derived from the Civic Type R, but it has been changed a good amount to suit a more daily drivable vehicle. So what they did is they lowered the horsepower and they tuned it more for low-end torque. So you get full torque at around 1500 RPM. This makes about 275, 273 torque. I think I'm slightly off there, but got a stoplight here, perfect. But basically you have more torque in this than you did in the previous V6 Honda Accord. So that means you're gonna have a lot more push, and you also have a slightly lighter body on here versus the previous generation. And of course that does slightly vary depending on transmission. So this is the 10-speed with all the buttons. You can option for the stick shift, which is a very cool thing that Honda has done this year. And it's quick. It definitely puts you back in your seat. So coming to a stop, the seats are very comfortable. Like I said, the steering's fantastic. The seating position, you can actually get very low in your seating position here, so I think that's fantastic. And the 10-speed works very well. And when it's in its normal mode, like it is right now, it's very quiet and it shifts very smooth. You barely feel it shift. And this is a Honda-made transmission, so the good thing about that is Honda can make this transmission to go along perfectly with whatever it pairs it to, because they're making the transmissions and they're making the motors now, and just they're able to pair things up very, very well. Alright, so we're gonna try out these paddles real quick. Here we go. Man, so those work really well. Downshift. Gravelly road, so sorry about that, guys. So the transmission works very well. Now with the paddles, you can only use it while you're in sport mode. You can't use it any other time. Oh, I take that back. You can. and it still works really well. They still work really quick. The upshifts are good. Now the downshifts aren't like crazy fast, but they're quick enough. And the handling on this thing is fantastic, guys. I'm telling you, you need to get out and drive this, especially if you're having doubts coming from a V6 Accord. I mean, this thing, it's a good car. It's a very, very good car. And Toyota, Mazda, Nissan, they're gonna have to work pretty hard to, you know, be able to match this level of just this level of quality feel in this car. It's one of the highest that I've felt in any mainstream car so far. Now, of course, the good thing is there's competition, so everyone's going to be working to make their cars better and better and better. So this just excites me to see what other automakers are going to bring to the table to be able to combat this car. I know Mazda just came out with their redesigned Mazda 6. It makes 250 horsepower, which is only a few less horsepower than this, but it makes 310 torque, so it makes a lot more torque than this car. It's also front-wheel drive, and you know, that's probably going to be the closest to this car, so I'm actually very eager to see how that vehicle is going to do. And of course, Mazda's trying to go slightly more premium, so their interior is supposed to be just miles better as far as premium quality goes. So right now, those two are my favorite mainstream cars. I'm very excited to see how that will compare to this, because this is a very good package. And like I said, if you guys are looking for a just very sporty feeling sedan, this is the car to get, guys. I'll get on it a little bit more. And it puts the power down really, really well. And I got a really sharp corner coming up here. Nice. Yeah, this is a good motor. Well, guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all want to see some more of my other videos, be sure to click up here to the right. And if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, click up to the left, and be sure to click like if you guys enjoyed this video as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all take care. Bye.